How's everybody doing tonight? Have you been enjoying Monday Night Football and or baseball? Yeah, and or the Emmys. I don't know. I didn't watch any of the Emmys. Um, and I've mostly been watching football because the Brewers are smashing my Reds in the mouth. And yeah, like Christian Yelich just hit for the cycle again. Not again like as in he did it twice tonight, but again as in he's done it twice this season. Most recently tonight against my poor little Cincinnati Reds. Ah, well, such is life. That's why we have football we can tune over and watch instead. We have quite a few things that we're going to break this evening, but before we get started, there is a little information that we go over, so let's go ahead and start taking a look at that and get rolling on with our night here. So what you're looking at right now, this is a break I'm working on that I'm not selling on eBay. This particular break is only being offered right here as part of the live stream. If you want to take part in it, you can jump into chat and let me know tonight. You can jump into eBay messages and send me a message and let me know that you want in, and we'll get you plugged in there. It is for a case of 2017-18 Leaf Greatest Hits basketball. I'm adding to it an autographed De'Aaron Fox basketball jersey that'll be given out to one team by way of random. And of course, in addition to the buyback cards, which are the main draw of any of these Leaf Greatest Hits products, they do actually have a Leaf Original card in there too. And in this product, the Leaf Original card will be signed. It'll be signed by either LiAngelo or LaMelo Ball or Kyle Kuzma. Of course, if it comes out for Kuzma, it goes to the Lakers. If it comes out for one of the Ball brothers, we would give that out by way of random. It's $100 a spot, but each spot gets you 2 teams. That is all in, shipping costs included. We'll break it when we fill it. If you pull nothing, you get nothing in that particular break. No consolation cards in it. And like any break, it is a no return, no refund item. We have 12 of the 15 spots filled up, so we've plugged in a couple more. And if you want one of those last 3 spots, please let me know, and we'll get you in there. Now, feedback. That's up there just because this comes up a surprising amount of the time. So, I always just figure everybody's got feedback automated, but as it turns out, not everybody does. But I do. So anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. So if you bid on 10 breaks tonight and you cut and paste the same positive feedback in there 10 times, you're going to get 10 positive feedbacks back in reply. Should be instantly. So it's a win-win. And of course, the most important thing there is a note to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me and keeps me company. Now we're looking at breaks that are listed on eBay. This is stuff that's already up and running that you can place bids on right now if you wanted to. Although don't do it right now because, you're hanging out with me right now. So tomorrow night we're going to open a half case of Gold Rush Series 2 autographed baseball jerseys. It's the back half of a case that we started last night. We'll open the back half of the Luminaries case that we're going to start tonight and the back half of a Topps Heritage high number case that we started on Friday night. On Wednesday night, we'll open a full-size autographed football helmet, a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. Those are also, I believe, the back half of a case, if I'm remembering correctly. We'll open our third and final case of Trinity football, and we'll open our first case of XR football. It comes out Wednesday night. We'll bust into it Wednesday night. On Thursday, we'll open a triple play baseball box, a third case of high-tech baseball, and a fourth case of Spectra football. Friday night, we'll open our last case of Leaf History of Baseball cut signature, and that'll be case break number 3, and that is the last of that product. We'll start a new case of Heritage high number on Friday night as well. Saturday, we're going to open Clearly Authentic. I came across another full case of that. We'll bust into it Saturday night, along with the second case of XR football. Here's where we are for this evening. There's lots of information on this page. So first off, let's talk about the order we're going to break in tonight. It's going to be the case of autographed football jerseys up first, half case of Luminaries baseball will be second, Spectra football third, and Bowman high-tech baseball will round things out tonight in the 4th position. Couple of the breaks are free shipping, a couple are paid shipping. The free shipping stuff is generally projected to go out 6 or 7 days after the auction ends. So in this case, I'm projecting it to be out the door on or before Monday the 24th, a week from today. Our paid shipping breaks, which are Spectra and High Tech, I'm projecting to get out the door on or before Friday. And as always, guys, that's, kind of plus or minus a day. So if the week's going smoothly, it might get out the door a day or two, usually a day ahead of time. And if the week goes really off the rails, something unexpected happens, it could possibly slide a day later. But I try really hard to hit the days that you see there. Next, consolation cards. If you're in one of these breaks tonight and your team is not pulled, you don't get an item or you don't get a base card or anything at all, you are entitled to a consolation card, and that can be from any year and any series, and I track it for a rolling 90-day period, those consolation cards. If you're in one of the free shipping breaks, I typically hold the consolation cards until the next time you have a package shipping. So when you do pull something, then I would just gather up any consolation cards that you might be due over that past 90-day period, and I would add them to that package, and they would all go out at once. If you're in that free shipping break and you don't want it done like that, you want your consolation card sent right away, just drop me a line in eBay, let me know. I'll be happy to put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and send it on out. If you're in one of the paid shipping breaks tonight, which is Spectra and High Tech, if you happen to get skunked in one of those two breaks, then any consolation cards that you are due would go out with the rest of the break. So that's how that's going to work. First up tonight is 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey Full Case Break, break number 29. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Monday night, the 17th of September. Of course, you have team names there on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. I do know we have a couple of teams in here that were not yet paid the last time I looked. So if you happen to be that person who's got those two teams and you haven't paid your bill, please go in and pay your bill, because otherwise we might, I really don't want to be left stuck with that and you having unpaid item strikes and me not getting paid and all that. There's no reason for that. So please take care of your bill. And what you see right now is me just simply taking autofocus off, because I don't like using autofocus. So it did make the background go out of focus a little bit, but not to worry, that is by design. So let's get started with our TriStar Game Day Greats. And fortunately, since this is a full case break, we don't have to use random to figure out which boxes we're going to open or anything else, because we're going to open them all. That's the way we like to do it. We like to open them all. I do like that TriStar puts these in kind of smaller boxes than some of their competitors put them in much larger boxes, and it takes up a lot of space. So here are, I'm going to put this so you can see them all. Here are our 5 jerseys. Now I'm going to set all but one off, slightly off to my right, so that we can open these up without me knocking, hopefully, over the camera or anything else. Hi, Jay Allen. Hi, Tim. You're right, Jay Allen. I did say pay your bills. It wasn't your bill, though. But, every night it seems like that happens with some people who don't get paid on time, and then I've got to make a judgment call as to whether I cancel the bids or let the bids ride, and about half the time I call it the wrong way, but you just have to do the best you can. It's all you can do. All right. Oh, nice. And of course, if Toby were watching, he would be just absolutely having a stroke right now, because first out is a Pittsburgh Steeler, and he hates it when I pull Steelers memorabilia. But that is who we pulled first out. It is Jack Ham for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which, you know what? If you're a Steelers fan, you know who Jack Ham is, and you're loving that hit, I imagine, if you're getting it for your own collection. It is JSA authenticated. Of course, it has the Hall of Fame inscription on it, and there is your JSA paper. And, of course, when you get this or any of these jerseys, if they're coming your way, just make sure you find all the various pieces of paper before you toss everything out. Because these come in a plastic bag, it's less likely, I think, that you would, flip it out and lose the paper. But you never know. So just kind of make sure you find it before it goes out of here. Tim, Spectra. I think everybody's paid on Spectra. My unpaid, I believe, are in, well, I can tell you, they're in this jersey break, and let me see if I had anything else. Yeah, that was it for tonight. I have still waiting on some things from last night, but I don't think, since I haven't been paid for those by now, I may not get paid for them. But tonight, it is just this jersey break, and obviously I elected just to go on forth with it, so we'll see if I get lucky and they pay for it or not. Your little card here got kind of crunched up, but this is just a little informational card, so not really anything that hurts the value of your product. This is Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm just going to have to scoot that around a little bit so that we can get a look, and I'm going to put this in there at the same time. We can get a look at our signature. Of course, you saw you've got a JSA authentication paper there, and there is your Mike Evans signature and your JSA authentication sticker to go along with. So Tampa Bay Buccaneers with a nice hit tonight. And I think I'm going to have to, I think I may take Monday night off to watch Ryan Fitzpatrick play against my Steelers next Monday night. Because I'm going to tell you what, he has been fun, hasn't he? Through the first 2 weeks of the year, it's like you look at it and think, right, how are they going to bring back Winston when you've got Fitzpatrick playing as well as he is? I don't know. But anyway, he's not due back yet. He's got another week to set out anyway, so we would have Ryan regardless. But I think I might take next Monday night off and watch that. I think it's going to be fun. Hey, it is Warren Sapp. How about that, kids? Mr. Warren Sapp. There's your JSA authentication and JSA sticker and signature. I think, didn't Warren Sapp play for more than one team? I think he did. So hang on one second here while I check on length of service for him, because I want to make sure, well, actually, it's going to be color of the jersey. If he played for more than one team, it would be the color and number on the jersey to match up first. And then if it happens to be like a collegiate jersey or something, then it would come into length of service. So bear with me here, guys, while I pull that up. I always think of him as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, but I don't know if he played for anywhere else or not. So hold tight for a moment, please. I am checking this out. Yeah, it looks like he did play for the Raiders, but primarily Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 9 years. And I do think this is probably a collegiate jersey, because I don't remember the Buccaneers having orange ever. But maybe they did. But anyway, Tampa Bay Buccaneers it is, with a second hit. You already pulled the nice Mike Evans. Now you have a Warren Sapp to go along with your Mike Evans. How about that, right? How about that? Big Buck, they did. Everybody is paid for Bowman High Tech. There were just 2 teams in the jersey break, both belonging to the same person, that weren't paid. So I just let it ride, and hopefully that person's going to pay their bill somewhere along the way. We'll see. And I guess we've got Carson Wentz, I saw, got medically cleared. So we're going to get to see Carson in action on Sunday night for the first time in a long time. That ought to be good. T.Y. Hilton. Yeah, baby, a little T.Y. Hilton. That signature is down here on this wrinkled up part because of the way they had it folded, but it'll sort itself out once you open it up. So there's the T.Y. Hilton autograph. There is your T.Y. Hilton JSA sticker, your card there, and your JSA authentication card there. So I think T.Y. Hilton must be who we're calling our current star in this case, and that of course goes to the Colts. So right now we're 2 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1 for the Steelers, 1 for the Colts. Is that right? Yeah. No. Yeah, that's right. 4, 2. Yeah. I'm like, wow, can I add? Apparently not. Oh, Tim, yeah, I thought that might be a collegiate jersey based on the colors. So Tim says, yeah, that it was a Miami Hurricanes jersey, because that is Warren Sapp's collegiate jersey there. But I did, as you know, I did look up and verify length of service, and it definitely went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with 9 seasons there. Okay, looks like we have a Jimmy Smith coming out for the Jags. Don't see a lot of Jags jerseys, do we? And there's a JSA authentication card, your JSA authentication sticker, and your Jimmy Smith signature. So some nice names in here that we haven't pulled in a long time, some of these guys. So that was a lot of fun. Scott Pennington's booing people. Scott, why are you booing? Why are you booing, Scott? We're doing football. That's normally what you like. I've got to get this little bag zipped back up, and it is not wanting to cooperate. Sorry. Give me 1 second there. I want to make sure none of our associated paperwork falls out, except for whatever reason the Ziploc won't zip. All right. We'll worry about it later. Jimmy Smith for the Jags. We're recapping our case of TriStar. There's T.Y. Hilton, who came out for the Colts. And I'm going to try again to get Jimmy Smith zipped, because that's just bugging me. Why will the Ziploc not zip all of a sudden? That's just stupid. Now did it close up? Okay, now it did. I guess I had a little piece of something stuck in there. I don't know. Warren Sapp, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, signed on a collegiate jersey, but goes to the Buccaneers based on length of service. Mike Evans for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a Tampa Bay Buccaneers jersey. And then, of course, you know who I'm loving, Jack Ham for my Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Oh, yeah. So that is our case of TriStar Game Day Greats jerseys. And, of course, we do have some baseball jerseys we'll break by the half case tomorrow night. And then after that, we'll do a half case of Leaf jerseys later in the week. Give me a second to get these put aside, and then we're going to move into luminaries. I tell you what, I make such a mess when I do breaks. Like, I don't know how I make such a mess, but I really do make a big mess. I've just got stuff everywhere already, and we're just getting started. All right, so I think that you probably have seen this already, but in case you haven't, there's the information in regard to anticipated shipping dates and the consolation cards for everything that we are opening tonight. So if you have any questions about that, jump in and let me know. Or if you're watching the recap and you don't know all the information about that, you can always buzz right back to the beginning of the video and we go into it in some detail there. This is a half case, which is 6 boxes of Topps Luminaries Baseball. This is the start of a new case. So here's what that means to you. We're going to open this case up in a minute. I will take all 12 boxes out. I'm going to number them on the end. And then we'll use random.org to make a determination as to which 6 we open tonight and which 6 will be going on to the next break. You'll notice there are 2 teams with no hits in this product. That would be the Rockies and the Rays. That's why they were not listed with bidding positions on eBay, because they have no hits in the product. All right, let's get this big case of luminaries up here. And guys, if you ever see something listed where you know that there's a team that doesn't have hits and I have mistakenly listed that team for sale, please, please, please send me a message on eBay and let me know. Don't be shy about it, because if you see it there, it's either A, I didn't know it, and that's why it's there, or B, I've had one of those moments where I just get on autopilot and I do know it, but I've listed and forgotten, because I've done that before. And then sometimes I catch it, and then of course I have to go back and in the auctions, and sometimes every once in a while one slips all the way through on me, and then I have to go back and, you know, explain and refund. So if you guys ever notice that, please feel free to jump in and tell me, okay? Everything, James, you're asking if the Twins are paid. Everything is paid tonight, guys, except for a couple of teams in that jersey break that we just completed. So Whether or not I get paid for those is anybody's guess, but I did make the decision to kind of let it ride tonight and just hope that the person, you know, was tied up somewhere or didn't realize they had won it or whatever, and maybe they'll be honorable and pay for it anyway, and maybe they won't. I don't know, but I decided to let it ride. But everything else tonight has already been paid, excuse me, so everything else is good to go. All right, so here are 12 boxes all numbered up, and I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to roll right over here to random, and I'm going to simply type in 1 through 12, hit random one single time. The 6 numbers that come up first will open those corresponding 6 boxes. All right, there's our 1 through 12, and here we go. It gives us 11, 3, 9, 2, 4, 10. So 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. Even I can remember that. All right, let's get this whole section out. 3, 4, 9, 10, and 11. All right, so, well, we'll stack them that way. Can you see them all that way when they're lower, maybe, I think? Let me get the first 6 put back in their case, and then we'll dig in here. All right, I love luminaries. I think it's such an awesome series. I hope we pull some good stuff. It's hard not to pull good stuff in luminaries, though, to tell you the truth. It's pretty good product, in my opinion. Last year was its first year, of course. Out of our first case, we did pull a very nice Otani. We'll see if we can repeat that tonight. Jay Allen, you think we're going to find 2 redemptions in this, huh? Well, maybe. Queen of Diamonds, you're in high tech tonight. Yeah, that will be after Spectra. So we're doing the luminaries now, of course, then Spectra will come after that. So a high tech is probably... Spectra always takes longer than I think it's going to take for whatever weird reason. So I would say you've probably got close to an hour before we're at high tech. I mean, I always think I'm going to get Spectra done faster than I do. I don't know what it is with my estimation skills when it comes to that one, but they're off a little bit for some reason. Yeah, James, we'll see what we can find. We might still, we might find something good that you can see come out. Even if it's not headed your way, it's still kind of nice to see what comes out sometimes, right? Scott, you got your DJ Chark. Excellent. Jay Allen's got good eyes. He knows that there's already 1 redemption in here. He already caught the edge of it as I had it coming out of the box. So he predicted that we would find 2, and his eagle eye already spotted 1. He is correct. There is a redemption floating around in here already. And then we don't, I don't know what it is either, though. I didn't look at it either. I just saw the back of it as well, so. You said that's a huge box for just the 1 card. It is a huge box for just the 1 card, but look, they charge a lot of money for this. You know what I'm saying? So they need to put it in a nice box. Yeah, I mean, these are about $200, just slightly under $200 a box. So if you're only going to have 1 card in the box and you're charging $200, yeah, you better not put it in something cheap, because that's just going to make us all mad, isn't it? All right, first out, we have Manny Machado with a very nice patch over there. And just by the way, it might be a 1 of 1. Yeah, it is. 1 of 1, baby. 1 of 1 Manny Machado for the Baltimore Orioles is a really nice way to start out, isn't it? I think, anyway. And we have out next Rhys Hoskins, numbered to 10. So the Phillies with a nice rookie hit there with Mr. Rhys Hoskins. Oh yeah, Scott, everything in here is a hit, and of course everything in here is very low numbered. And right, James, there's one card per box in Luminaries. This is numbered to 15, and it's Chipper Jones. Somebody asked for a little good luck tonight with the Atlanta Braves, and I believe that their good luck delivered with the Chipper Jones to 15. Guys, if you ever want to know the configuration of a product, you know I put that in every listing description. All you have to do is scroll down there to the bottom, and I always cut and paste the manufacturer information, and it will typically tell you how many cards there are per box and or per pack, or packs per box, or all of the above, and also talks about the hits and what you can expect and all that fun stuff. This is numbered to 15. It is a Med Rosario for the Mets. So on any of my listings, you're always able to scroll down to the bottom and find that information. Rizzo for the Cubbies, numbered to 15. And our redemption, drum roll, everybody's wondering, is it going to be Ohtani? Everybody's wondering, so am I. Slow reveal tells us, oh, it's Barry Larkin for my Reds. Oh, cool. At least I'm going to assume it's for my Cincinnati Reds. But you know what? We don't ever just assume around here. We will go to the checklist and verify Barry Larkin, but I would certainly anticipate that Barry Larkin is going to be on this checklist as a Cincinnati Red. But let's go find out, shall we? We'll just go make sure. But yeah, Scott, you said these are awesome cards. Yeah, they're awesome cards, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I love this product. Everything is encased. Everything is low numbered. It's all hits. It's all autographs. I mean, it's just a really, really nice product. And it should be for, you know, $200 or so a box. It really should be a nice product. Did I go past where we're supposed to be? What was this? Hit King's Autograph Relic. That's Hit King's book. That just says Hit Kings. It doesn't say Autograph Relic. But either way, Barry Larkin's what we need to know. Hit Kings, Barry Larkin, Cincinnati Reds. So it is what we expected it to be in the sense that the redemption is for the Reds. Okay? So, Mr. Barry Larkin is the redemption for the Reds. And we don't know what it will be numbered to because they don't tell us on the Topps checklist, but I don't think there's anything in Luminaries that's higher than 25, I don't think. Mr. Rizzo to 15 for the Cubbies. Ahmed Rosario, nice rookie hit for the Mets, numbered to 15. Chipper Jones was an excellent hit for the Braves to 15. Another nice rookie hit with Rhys Hoskins to 10 for the Philadelphia Phillies. And then, of course, this handsome guy, our 1 of 1, Manny Machado for the Baltimore Orioles with that really nice patch over there. And, of course, that really nice 1 of 1 in the upper left-hand corner makes that one the star of the show, doesn't it? So that is this half case of Luminaries. Tomorrow night we will open the back half of the case. And this is actually a second case that I picked up on the secondary market. And it is the last of the full cases I have. I do have a few odds and ends loose boxes that we'll probably do, and maybe like 1 or 2 box breaks after, of course, we finish the rest of this case. So if you're so inclined, tomorrow night will be the last in the half case quantity for Luminaries. And again, I imagine most of you guys have seen this. If you have not, please take a minute to review the information on the screen. It gives you projected shipping dates and tells you what happens with consolation cards if your team is not pulled. This is going to bring us into a full case of 2018 Spectra football. This is break number 3. And of course, team names on the left, winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And I have to say, Spectra has been really good to us. We've had some extremely nice hits in Spectra. All the other cases we've opened have had 1 of 1s in them. The very first case had 2 1 of 1s in it. One of them was Baker Mayfield. You know, it was good. It was good. So there is no reason to think that this won't be every bit as nice as what we have seen out of our first 2 cases. this evening, which will make it a lot of fun. What did you say? Oh, you said you love this product, but you're so glad that you got outbid tonight. Okay, Jay Allen. And why is that? I guess because the team that you wanted did not do well? Or are you talking about luminaries, or are you talking about spectra? I don't know which one if you're talking about luminaries, then I'm going to say that's probably because they didn't pull something. If you're talking about spectra, I don't know why you're glad you got outbid, because we hadn't opened that yet. All right, so we have 8 boxes, of course, in our case. You saw those come out. And we're going to find 4. Most of our boxes will have 4 autographs and 7 memorabilia cards in them. There should be 1 box in here somewhere, although I never seem to notice it when we go through it. But 1 box in here should have the opposite. Instead of having 4 autographs and 7 memorabilia, 1 box should have 7 autograph and 4 memorabilia. It's, you know, like the reverse box or whatever they technically call it in the sales materials. Anyway, we should have 1 box that's the opposite in terms of our number of hits, I think. Oh, Big Buck says that Barry Larkin only played for the Cincinnati Reds, so there you go. I always associated him with the Reds, but honestly, I thought he played 1 season somewhere else, but I guess he did not. So there you go. I still would have gone to the checklist anyway, because I go for everybody. All of them, even when we know for sure where they go, I still go to the checklist when we get a redemption, because I just think it's the right way to do it. That way it's on the screen, everybody can see it, there's no questions about it, and we can all sleep easy at night knowing that cards are going to the right place, you know? Oh, our redemption already is going to come out of this. So our base cards, I'm not going to put these in sleeves as we go. I will put them in sleeve. Well, maybe this one I will. But most of these I will put in sleeves after the break, just to save us a little time as we go through. But this one, Darnold 4 of 4, I think that one, yeah, we'll put that one in now. The rest of them we'll do after the fact. This is Marshall Faulk to 75 for the Colts. Everything in here is numbered. If I did not say that already, it is. Ryan Shazier to 99. So base cards, the whole shebang, all numbered in Spectra. That is numbered to 20, Marshawn Lattimore and the Saints. And here is a redemption. We're going to set it over there to the side. We'll deal with it at the end of the break. Scott, I don't know what night I'm going to break Opulence. Truthfully, it should have been listed for Friday night, and I forgot to list it. And so now I've got to make a decision about if I want to pay the upcharge that eBay will hit me with to do a 3-day auction and still, you know, blow it in there on Friday night, or if I want to wait. I don't really know what I'm going to do on that yet. This is Arden Key to 35 die cut for the Raiders. Yeah, that is clocking in at $3,500 a case right now on Opulence for anybody who might be interested in knowing that. Sean Lee to 25. That's the scope pattern. Dallas Cowboys. Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes. He's the man lately. Numbered to 199 with that relic. Melvin Ingram to 99 for the Chargers. Yeah, Opulence was really hard to get this year, Scott, and I didn't order a lot of it because it's very expensive. And I just checked it out today, as a matter of fact, and it was coming in at $3,500. This is numbered to 99. It's the Chicago Bears. Now, of course, I didn't pay quite $3,500 for mine because I ordered it before now. But it's just 3 boxes. But it's a very expensive product. Carson Wentz, numbered to 99 for the Eagles. Like its retail price per box is way more than Noir, which is probably the most expensive we've broken for basketball this year so far. It's almost the price of Flawless. It's approaching it. That is numbered to 4 with a little Bob Lilly and the Dallas Cowboys to 4. Nice. And we have a Radiant Rookie Ronald Jones for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Autograph and relic. That is numbered to 199. Mag, the Bills did not get a jersey tonight. It was, somebody help me out. It was 2 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a Steeler, a Colt, and somebody. I don't remember the 5th one. This is numbered to 199, and it is Marcus Davenport for the Saints. Mike White and the Cowboys to 199. So apparently the Cowboys worked out Landry Jones today, the QB that the Steelers released. So we have 2 redemptions out of box number 1. There they both set. We'll flip them at the end of the break. Oh, knocked over my iPad. Got a little carried away there, didn't I, ripping that plastic off? Sent my iPad flying. Yeah, so apparently they're not real enamored of either one of their backup quarterbacks since they're giving Landry a workout. But really both of their backups, I mean, Cooper Rush and Mike White both are pretty young and experienced guys, so I think it makes sense that you'd want to have a veteran presence around in case anything happened to Dak. And then you still keep those 2 guys. Just slide one over to the practice squad or something. That's what I would think anyway. And the Patriots picked up Josh Gordon from the Browns. How about that? For, what was it? 5th round or 6th round draft pick or something like that. J.J. Watt to 99, Texans. Tampa Bay Buccaneers numbered to 5, Jameis Winston, who may or may not be able to get his starting job back. Josh Rosen to 199, Arizona Cardinals. Oh, Jacksonville. Thank you, Big Buck. Yeah, our 5th jersey was Jacksonville with Jimmy Smith. I didn't look over there and see that. Sorry about that. Darren Woodson, numbered to 35 for the boys. Cowboys have already had a lot of nice hits tonight. The Rams hit with Jared Goff to 75. Actually, it's kind of a base card, so a hit, but yet not a hit. I mean, it's numbered, so I don't know. Some people count those as hits, some don't. Next up, it is Ronald Jones in a die cut to 35 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For the Broncos, it's Brian Dawkins to 20. Mr. Darius Geis to 199. I see some chipping down here, both lower corners, particularly lower left for the Redskins. In general, you can expect that these will have varying degrees of, chipping and imperfections along the edges and corners. They kind of always do. Mason Rudolph, Steelers, that is numbered to 99. Kenyon Drake and the Dolphins, numbered to 199. Oh, a duel. And it is to 199. It's the Bills with Josh Allen and the Jets with Sam Darnold with a little Rivals relics. We're going to set that off to the side because you know why. If somebody doesn't own both those teams, we'll have to use random.org to award that at the end of the break. So it goes over there with our pile of housekeeping things. Numbered to 75, it's Deshaun Hamilton for the Broncos. I'll get it out in a minute. Maybe. Jalen Samuels to 299 for the Steelers. And a nice 2-color patch, thankfully. Not all black. Cowboys keep burning it up. This is Michael Irvin to 25. The boys are having themselves a nice break so far. Cortland Sutton to 75 for the Broncos. And here comes Jordan Wilkins. Jordan is numbered to 199 for the Colts. I do like my Spectra. I'm trying to buy some more of it right now just because I wasn't able to buy as much and pre-order as I wanted. You guys know the drill on how that goes. You order as much as you want, and then they tell you can have about half of what you order. So you just kind of go, huh, okay, and you go on about your way. So I am trying to pick up a little more of this on the secondary market. No luck yet, but I still have some hope that some will come loose, shake loose. It usually does. It just is a matter of how much you want to pay for it, because sometimes the secondary market prices get kind of crazy. And there is Mr. Kirk Cousins for the Vikings. That is numbered to 30. Behind that, we have Dylan Cantrell, numbered to 75 for the Chargers. Redskins with Darius Geist to 99. And for the Giants, it's Michael Strahan to 99. We also have a die cut for the Falcons with Tony Gonzalez to 35. Are you guys all amazed that John Gruden can still keep a straight face in a press conference and say that he doesn't regret trading Khalil Mack? Like, has anybody been watching how Khalil Mack's been playing? I mean, even before he got traded and especially since he got traded. That's numbered to 75. It's the Green Bay Packers. Dual swatches. And this numbered to 50. We have Calvin Ridley for the Falcons and DJ Moore for the Panthers. So we're going to put it aside along with our Darnold and Allen over there. We'll have to deal with that one at the end of the break. Sony Michel to 99, Patriots. Who, interestingly, today they cut Corey Coleman, former Brown, to pick up Josh Gordon, former Brown, and they had just signed Corey Coleman, what, less than a week ago, I think. Kansas City Chiefs, it's Kareem Hunt, numbered to 199. Numbered to 50, it's Patrick Peterson and the Arizona Cardinals. Scott, you say you don't like Spectra basketball. What do you not like about Spectra basketball? I mean, it's basically the same as football, except, well, I guess the number of hits are different, but the cards and everything look generally the same or pretty close to it. Sam Darnold to 99 for the Jets. And numbered to 99, we have Jack Youngblood. Here's a throwback for the Rams. That's traveling way back in time to get your Jack Youngblood. Tremaine Edmonds, numbered to 99 for the Bills. Probably one of the few bright spots for the Bills is Tremaine Edmonds and I guess Josh Allen, but Bills have had a rough go of it. Kiki is out to 199 Texans. Followed by, oh look, it's Kiki again. Imagine that, numbered to 99. You've got a little bit of a bad corner, I noticed down there in the lower right, maybe a little bit on the upper edges there. But on the front side, what a nice two-color patch to go along with your autograph. Baker Mayfield, baby, to 35. How about that, Browns? With how could it be? Yes, it is a nice two-color patch along with it. So nice hit for the Browns with the Baker Mayfield to 35. Oh, Big Buck, you said you don't like the NFL cards anymore. You don't like the NFL anymore. You don't care what the cards look like. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely there are people that only break, basketball, some that only break baseball, some that only buy into football. It definitely just depends on what you enjoy. I mean, I'm kind of, I'm an equal opportunity sports fan, so I will watch just about anything but hockey. I'm not so much into hockey, but I watch basketball, football, baseball, so to me it's fun to break any of those because I watch them. But for sure, not everybody gets into it. You said you are in a hurry for Bowman baseball, and we're not far out from it. I think the 26th, I think, is when that comes out. When is whatever day that Wednesday is. I think it's Wednesday the 26th. And we'll have tons of Bowman, so don't you worry about that. We'll be opening Bowman for a long, long time. This is numbered to 25. It is Joe Montana. And a die cut there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, Scott, you don't like it because of the fact that it has less hits. Or maybe you were just in bad breaks, you said. Well, maybe. This is Leonard Fournette to 99 for the Jags. Here is Saquon Barkley. Saquon is numbered to 75 for the Giants. Mag, I tell you what, it is harder, of course, to hit the memorabilia. It's a little easier when we do the half case breaks and full case breaks, because obviously, you know, you've got more than one opportunity. But when it's just a single box of a jersey or a helmet or whatever it is, you know, you still have decent odds. This is numbered to 99, Hayden Hurst. Because it's going to be in the NFL, you'd have a 1 in 32 chance of hitting it. And of course, in basketball or baseball, you'd have a 1 in 30 chance of hitting it. So it's decent odds, but it's not as easy as it is to, say, hit something for a team when you're, you know, opening something like this that has lots and lots of cards. This is numbered to 5, Joe Montana die cut. Didn't we just have a Joe Montana die cut numbered to 5? Is that like not the second one of those? Hang on a minute. Oh, no, the other one was to 25. Yeah, the other one was to 25. I just wanted to know that myself. Just thinking we had hit 2 of the 5, and that was going to be pretty interesting for me. But in fact, one was to 25. Josh Rosen, numbered to 50 for the Arizona Cardinals. The middle patch is pretty cool on that. We had a Saquon Barkley that had an interesting middle patch recently. Out of here as well. Numbered to 99, Cortland Sutton. I mean, not out of here tonight. I mean, out of a different case break of Spectra. I should clarify those things. To 99, it's Michael Thomas and the Saints. Otherwise, somebody will be ringing me up going, hey, wait, I didn't see that go through tonight. Numbered to 199, Geno Adkins, Cincinnati Bengals. And the Cowboys just keep racking up the hits. Michael Irvin to 25. I believe you pulled one pretty much like that a minute ago. So if that's the case, you now have maybe 2 of the 25. You got like 10% of them almost. To 149, it's Deshaun Hamilton for the Broncos. Leighton Vander Esch, Cowboys again, to 199. Your nice rookie. Bradley Chubb to 199, Broncos. Mag, we do not have anything open in high tech. Everything was paid tonight for high tech. The jersey is the only one that had some unpaid spots. It was one person with 2 unpaid teams. I decided to let it ride and hope I don't regret it. That is numbered to 99. It's Devontae Booker and the Broncos. Oh, Jair Alexander. That's cool. Numbered to 99 for the Packers. Don't pull a lot of Jair Alexander. And he has another really interesting signature, much like that of Jamon Moore. They're practically interchangeable, although he sort of has an A there. Yeah, he sort of has a J and an A. Jamon Moore doesn't try for anything but the J. A third redemption going to our stack over there. Our housekeeping stack of redemptions. Yeah, Scott, I just haven't decided what I'm going to do yet about the opulence. If I put it up for Friday, which I might, it would have to go up on a 3-day auction, which would mean it would be listed tomorrow. And I would either have to, I would probably have to put it on the front side of Friday night's break. So it would end up being the stuff that would end the earliest on Friday night, if that's what I decide to do. But basically, if I do that, eBay's going to charge me an extra $30 in fees. Yeah, an extra $1 per team if I list it as anything less than a 5-day break. Which, frankly, I think is really stupid. Like, what difference does it make to them if it's 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, 1 day? Shouldn't matter. But it does. Anything under 5 days, they sock you for even more money. Danny Amendola to 99 for the Dolphins. And for the Vikings to 99, that's Kirk Cousins. The Rams to 20 with Brandon Cooks. The Raiders, Derek Carr to 75. A die cut, Dorrance Armstrong to 35. Okay, let's see where we go from here. Matt Stafford and the Lions to 199. Yeah, Big Buck, I haven't decided yet. I mean, it would just be done in an auction format, I think. If I list opulence, that's part of my hesitation, too, with putting it on eBay. Because, you know, when you're talking about a case that I've got almost, you know, approaching $3,000 invested in, it's really hard to just let that ride. Mike White and the Cowboys. Because on any given night, you might end up $1,000 short, and that would be unfortunate. And then you'd have the fees on top of that. Mike Gesicki to 199 for the Dolphins. I mean, certain ones you don't have to worry about. You know, flawless, national treasures, brands that people know and look for, you don't have to worry about as much. That is numbered to 50, Bradley Chubb and Von Miller, both dual color patches. Sometimes you get into new products like this opulence, and if people aren't familiar with it, you know, it's harder sometimes to hit what you need to hit to even break even. Numbered to 15, there is a rising rookie, Baker Mayfield. Couple of nice patches. Looks like they are parts of letters or numbers. Josh Allen took over the starting spot in Buffalo. That is numbered to 60. Got a nice little Josh Allen autograph and relic. Sterling Shepard to 199 Giants. Yeah, Big Buck, I've talked about that. I need to set up a Facebook page. I need to set up a website. I've got a ton of that kind of stuff I need to get done, but I just have not gotten around to it. That is to 199. It is Tyler Lockett and the Seahawks. Mark Walton to 299 for the Bengals. Nice big 2-color patch on that too. And when I do eventually get the website set up, we'll be able to do a lot more things like hit drafts and random team breaks and things that I hesitate to do on eBay because I think people will find it confusing, and then that'll just lead to more problems. To $2.99, it is Mark Walton. Again, back-to-back Mark Walton for the Bengals. Kiki is out to $249. Nice 2-color patch for the Texans. Some people call that procrastinating. Some people probably aren't working 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day either. So I do not have enough hours in the day to get that website created or that Facebook page created. Besides the work, you know, got to keep everybody fed and keep the house running, and there just are not enough hours in the day is my problem. And I've been trying to hire somebody. This is actually something we were talking about last night. I know you probably weren't on last night, but might have been night before last, but we were actually talking about this very thing, that I have been trying to hire somebody to get the website up anyway. But so far, haven't had much luck. At least not finding somebody who's good enough to do it at a reasonable price and a reasonable time frame. Numbered to 10, that was Michael Gallup for the boys. There's the Dolphins, numbered to 75. It is Zach Thomas. The Pack, Aaron Rodgers to 99. The Titans, Derrick Henry to 99. Our die cut is Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce to 35. He had a lot of nice catches against my Pittsburgh Steelers the other night. Sterling Shepard /99, New York Giants. DJ Chark /5. That's a nice looking card for the Jags. Actually it's 3 relics. That's a relic too in the center. It's kind of hard to tell that it is, but it is. DJ Moore and the Panthers, that is numbered /15, and you have a little neon pink ink there. I'm sure you've noticed we've got a couple of different ink colors. The Josh Allen was neon green, I believe. Jared Goff /199 for the Rams. Ronald Jones /199, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We may as well just stay with the Bucs because here's Mike Evans /199. Kerryon Johnson /199 for the Lions. Roquan Smith, one of the nice rookies for the Bears. Roquan is numbered /199. Kalen, we haven't seen Kalen in a while, have we? He usually comes out of most 2018 products. That one is numbered /60, and you have a nice neon green ink signature again. Nyheim Hines /35 for the Colts. Scott, you said you like the DJ Chark patch you just saw better than the one you got in Origins, huh? Golden Tate /15 for the Lions. Yeah, I mean, there's no rhyme or reason as to what you see. Sometimes it's a product that you wouldn't expect to see a really nice patch out of. I mean, like you would expect it to be maybe an okay patch, but not a superstar patch, and it'll come out and be ridiculously good. And then other times you might be in a really high-end product and pull something with a low number and a really expensive product, and then it will be like the most boring patch ever. So I don't know who makes those decisions, but sometimes they don't always align with what you think they should look like coming out of a given product. But I mean, I guess the majority of the uniform, really, when you think about somebody just sitting there, you know, cutting up the uniform into pieces to put in these cards, I guess there are just a finite number of chunks of it that would be what we would call, you know, the exciting parts of it, I guess. Hayden Hurst, that is /99 for the Ravens. For the Jags, Leonard Fournette /99. For the Seahawks, it is Sean Alexander /30. For the Broncos, it is Case Keenum /75. The Bills, Josh Allen /99. For the Rams, Jared Goff /35. Nyheim Hines, that is numbered /50 for the Colts. Looks like you've got maybe a piece of the cleat or something there in the middle relic of that one, possibly. Big Buck, I can check that out for sure. I mean, that is just, it's kind of one of those things I've got to find time to do in general, and most of the time I just don't have the extra hours in the day, unfortunately. That is numbered /75 for the Texans. For the Saints, it is Traquan Smith /15, and we have a little neon pink signature on that one. /199, it's Deshaun Hamilton, Broncos. That's like it's a bunch of Deshaun Hamiltons that we pulled tonight anyway. Jaleel Scott /99, Ravens. You know, I'm thinking maybe over the holidays, like after Christmas and from about maybe the end of December to about the middle of January, it's not too bad. That's /99, Jamon Moore. You know, obviously from November all the way through till we get to Bowman's Best, Panini and Topps both like to release about 7,000 products in that month and a half or so. Michael Thomas to 25 for the Saints. So I know it wouldn't be then, but maybe after Christmas I might be able to do it. To 149, it's Bo Scarborough and the Cowboys. Oh, your brother-in-law's cousin went to high school with Sean Alexander. That's kind of cool. DJ Moore to 149. Yeah, the closest I've got is one of my really good friends. Her cousin plays for the Vikings, and that's the only NFL connection I have, and that's not my connect. Well, it's, I mean, you know, degrees of separation connection. To 75, Royce Freeman, Broncos. But yeah, she's been one of my friends for years. Gosh, we've been friends for 25 years probably. And her cousin got drafted a few years ago by the Vikings, so that was kind of cool. If you're a Vikings fan, you might know him, Harrison Smith, defensive back. Clinton Hart is your kid's personal trainer. I don't know who Clinton Hart is, and I know I probably should, but I don't. I'm sorry to say I do not. Who is Clinton Hart? And you're going to tell me, and then I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's who that is. But for some reason right now, it's not registering in my brain. You know, Steve Zahn lives in Kentucky. You say you ran into him in Hamburg. He lives in Georgetown, or at least he used to. I assume he still does. Now, obviously, he works and he travels when he works, but he has a house in Georgetown, as far as I know, still there. Or maybe it's Cynthiana. It's one of those two, Georgetown or Cynthiana. It's numbered to 20, Demaryius Thomas and the Broncos. Michael Thomas to 99 for the Saints. The Green Bay Packers, Jordy Nelson to 75. The Seahawks, Doug Baldwin to 10. Speaking of which, if anybody wants to give me a score update on Chicago and Seattle, I wouldn't, I wouldn't shy away from that. It's numbered to 25, Marshall Faulk coming out for the Colts. For the Broncos, it is number 250, Cortland Sutton and Royce Freeman. I feel like we've called the Broncos a lot tonight, haven't we? I believe we have. Oh, so, all right, his brother, you're talking about Clinton Hart's brother, I think, right? He's a retired safety of the Chargers. I don't know why I don't remember him. That's to 199, Nick Chubb and the Browns. D.D. Westbrook to 199 for the Jags. Of course, there was a period of time when I didn't watch football as much. I just got aggravated with it, and I didn't watch it a lot, and it could have been during that period of time. There was a whole stretch of probably 5 or 6 years where I watched very little pro football. I still watched college, but I watched very little pro in that stretch. Calvin Ridley for the Falcons, and that is green neon ink, numbered to 60. Nick Chubb, numbered to, did I say 50 or 60? 50 for the Browns. And then to 99, it is Matt Ryan and Ito Smith for the Falcons. Zach Ertz, Eagles, to 99. Oh, Nick, you went to school. You went to high school with Scott Shebler. Oh, that's cool. For my Cincinnati Reds, baby. That's nice. Scott Shebler, I like Scott Shebler. I hope that I hope we keep him for a while. You never know what the Reds are going to do. To 199, Peyton Manning relic for the Broncos. Of course, we pulled that nice Peyton Manning 1/1 out of case number 1. Jamon Moore to 299, Green Bay Packers. Dalton Schultz for the boys to 199. And then Jabril Peppers to 25 for the Browns. But we still have a little housekeeping to do before we recap. So let's get, let me get a little organized here. And then we're going to do a couple of things. But let's get our hits in a kind of a workable scenario here where I can have them ready to recap. And then what we're going to do is award our dual relic cards using random.org. We'll also flip over, we'll actually flip our redemptions first and verify them, and then we'll give away our other two cards using random. Because I did that in the opposite order once, and somebody got really flipped out and somehow decided I had switched out all the redemptions, you know, while I was doing the random. Which wouldn't have really made any sense because the redemptions were really good ones and like high dollar ones. So if somebody was going to switch it out, you'd switch them out, right? With like low dollar cheap ones. But I wouldn't have and didn't switch them out anyway. But my point is I now always remember to do this first. John Lynch. This is Illustrious Legends Neon Blue. Is John Lynch a Bronco? I want to say he is, but we'll double check it, of course. Hayden Hurst and Jaleel Scott. That is Rookie Dual Patch Autographs Neon Pink. That, of course, is a Raven. Baker Mayfield. You already had one Baker Mayfield. Browns, you just got really lucky. This is Aspiring Patch Autographs Neon Blue. So not only do you have a live Baker Mayfield in there, you have another Baker Mayfield heading your way if you have the Cleveland Browns tonight. So let's take a ride over to the Panini website and redeem them. No, we better not redeem them right now, huh? We just need to verify them. Be bad if we scratched them off and redeemed them, huh? That wouldn't work very well. So we are looking for Spectra. Takes a minute to get through all this, but well worth it because we'll find out what they're going to be numbered to, as well as seeing what the teams are going to be for each. Illustrious Legends Neon Blue first up. I just went right past it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Where are you, buddy? Card number 17, John Lynch. See, I was wrong about the team. Tampa Bay Buccaneers to 50. I don't know why I thought that he was a Bronco, but anyway, that's why we go look him up, right? And then we don't have to guess. We don't have to rely on my poor old tired brain. No, we go check it out. Next, we are headed to card set Rookie Dual Patch Autographs Neon Pink. Okay, Rookie Dual Patch Autographs. Where's Neon Pink, man? There. Card number 3, Hayden Hurst, Jaleel Scott. That's going to be numbered to 15. Nice little haul there for the Ravens. Although you probably wish it had Lamar Jackson on it, I think it is still a nice little haul. Oh, Scotty did play for the Broncos too. Well, no wonder I keep thinking he's a Bronco then. But of course, we saw on the checklist he's a Tampa Bay Buccaneer on our checklist. So that's, of course, where he goes for this. Aspiring Patch Autographs Neon Blue is what this says. There. Card number 1 is Baker Mayfield. That will be numbered to 30. So the Browns get out quite well tonight with a nice little 2 autograph haul for Baker Mayfield. So we'll set these back up here to do our due diligence in recap shortly. We have a couple of other things to take care of here. Okay, so we have a Panther and a Falcon on this card. And in a moment, we're going to go to the spreadsheet and see if we have the same or different team owners. If we have the same, life is good. If we have different, we'll have to go to random.org. And if we go to random, it will be entered the team on the top and then the team on the bottom. So I would type in Panthers, and then I would type in Falcons. I will hit random 3 different times. The first 2 times will not count. It is only the third and final random that will make the decision about where that card goes. So let's see what we can find in here as to who owns what. Wild Card Sports Collectibles has the Panthers. Our Falcons rocker rocks 49. So that means, yep, we're headed to random. We sure are. Let's get back to the home page here. And good luck to our Panthers and Falcons on this. Okay, you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here's our third and final. 3 times date and time stamp. That one headed to the Falcons. That is this little card right here in my hot little hands, going to the Falcons. Compliments of random.org. Wrote on the sleeve, of course, not on the card, but yet if I don't show that, I guarantee you somebody will say, oh, you wrote on my card. Jets and Bills. We are going to rinse and repeat the same thing that we just did. All right, so our Bills, that is Fries Guys 55, and then the Jets Fast 0425. So back to random it is. This one, of course, typed in Jets first, Bills second. Same deal where you're going to ignore the first two. Third one makes the decision. Good luck to the Jets and the Bills. Here we go. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. And here comes our third and final. 3 times date and time stamp. That one is headed to the Buffalo Bills. So that's this little card right here. I'll show you the front of it as well. So it awarded by way of random to the Bills. And let's see here. Oh man, Big Buck, you said Mayfield's going to be the 77th failed quarterback in 5 years. Scott says Lynch did play for the Broncos and the Patriots in addition to the Buccaneers. So at least I was not crazy thinking John Lynch was a Bronco because, well, that's not to say I'm not crazy, I guess. It's just to say I wasn't wrong about that. He did play for them, but of course he is going to the team that was on the checklist, which was the Buccaneers. Recap time, guys. We have a Baker Mayfield redemption numbered to 30 for the Browns. John Lynch for the Buccaneers numbered to 50. The Ravens dual autograph redemption to 15. The rest of our hits, we're going to kind of flip through at a pretty good little clip here. This one awarded to the Bills by random. This one awarded to the Falcons by way of random. And now we are off to the races, so to speak, with another case of Spectra in the books. Oh, you know what else we've got coming up pretty soon? I don't know what made me think of this other than the fact that Big Buck has been talking about baseball, and so I was thinking about what are the other baseball releases coming up besides Bowman Chrome. And we've got National Treasures baseball coming up pretty soon. And I think NT baseball ought to be pretty good this year. And certainly you have a pretty good chance of pulling some high-profile players out of there. Panini's baseball checklist has been really good all year. We pulled a tremendous amount of stuff out of Chronicles. We pulled a lot of Juan Soto. We pulled a lot of Ohtani. Pulled quite a bit of Acuna, Ozzie Albies. I mean, Panini's checklist for baseball has really been good this year. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting into NT baseball as well. That might be next week, maybe? I don't know. It's soon. It's really soon. But surely they wouldn't put it out the same week they put out Bowman Chrome. Or is Bowman Chrome next week? I don't know. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I don't even know what today is. Isn't that awful? I don't even know hardly what day of the week it is. Well, it is Monday. I do know it's Monday. Mainly because recycling comes on Monday. Yeah, that's how I keep my days of the week straight, right? Like, am I getting a delivery of a new release? Then I know it's either Wednesday or Friday, or is recycling coming? I know it's Monday. You might imagine what a tremendous amount of recycling I have every week. It's a lot. By the time we do all the boxes that everything ships to me in, and then the case boxes, and then the boxes inside the case boxes, it's insane. I'm always like doing a little happy dance when the recycling guys are coming. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen the checklist yet for NT Baseball, so I'm not sure who all is in it. I mean, I would assume that you would probably have Senzel as a possibility, and maybe Shedlong. I don't know. They will usually put the checklist out about a week ahead of time. Topps is pretty good about it being somewhere in the 5 to 7 day ahead of time frame. Usually Panini will have it out about that same kind of time frame, so then we can get a better idea of specifically who's in it. All right, so that has Spectra Baseball all finished up. And that's going to put us right into high tech. I know several of you have been waiting patiently for high tech, and we are finally up to it. So once again, if you did not see this earlier, the paid shipping breaks tonight, Spectra and High Tech. I'm anticipating to get out the door on or before Friday. As always, it is plus or minus a day. If the week goes well, it might get out a little faster. If the week goes off the rails, it could be a day later. If you happen to get skunked in either one of those breaks, Spectra or High Tech, you don't pull anything, not one single card of any type. Any consolation card that you're due would ship out with the rest of the breaks, since it is a paid shipping break. Our free shipping breaks tonight, which have already been completed, of course, were our Game Day Greats football jersey case and our half case of the Luminaries baseball. Those projected to get out on or before Monday the 24th, a week from today. And if you got skunked in one of the free shipping breaks, generally speaking, I hold on to those consolation cards until the next time you have a package go out the door, and then I send them out all at once with that package. I do keep track of it for a rolling 90 days. If you don't want to wait and you were in one of those free shipping breaks and you think, hey, I don't want to wait for my next package, I want my card right now, you just send me a message on eBay, let me know, and I'll get it on the way. So we are heading into a 12-box case of 2018 High Tech Baseball. This is a full case break. It is break number 2. Like everything else, it ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 17th of September. We have a couple of no-hit teams in here. That would be the Astros and the Rangers. So, of course, those were not listed for sale because they don't have any cards in here at all. So that's one we know for sure you couldn't pull a card for. Now, let's get our little case of Bowman High Tech up here. This is something I like about Bowman High Tech. It can be in a nice, reasonably sized box, a reasonably sized case, and you don't have to open 1,001 packs to get what you want out of it. So it's a nice break in the sense that it usually has some pretty good hits, and it's pretty easy to get everything out without a whole lot of crazy box and pack opening. That's one of the things I don't like about Bowman and Bowman Chrome. As much as I love Bowman and Bowman Chrome, and this applies to Gypsy Queen and Allen and Ginter and all of these like that that have a lot of base cards, just so many packs to open. It's like that takes up half the night just getting the packs open. I at least, with the Series 1, Series 2, and Update, at least with the Jumbo, they put a zillion cards in one pack, so it makes it a little faster. Although, it doesn't help with sorting. It just helps with, you know, the breaking side of it. You said build a cardboard city. I'm just now reading back up through chat where I was getting all of this out and done. I didn't look over there and see that. I tell you what, I about could build a cardboard city. I've also got what I call Card Mountain, which is just an enormous amount of cards that I have got to sort and organize. And they're my cards either from breaks that I have bought into from other people. Some of them are my cards from products that I've purchased and opened for myself. Some are from bidders who don't ever pay. And so, you know, you end up with cards. Or sometimes teams that didn't sell and that sort of thing. But just over the years, it has really grown to a massive amount of cards. And periodically, I will stop and semi-organize it. Like, you know, I'll do a third or a fourth of them or something and get them organized. And then I'll think, I'll do the rest later. But then by the time I get around to later, the third or fourth that I've already done has been replaced by just as many cards. And then I'm right back where I started. So Card Mountain just keeps growing, and one day it's going to be Card Avalanche, and it's going to roll down and, you know, kill us all in our sleep. But until then, yes, we do kind of live in a cardboard world around here, that's for sure. Queen of Diamond cards. We are finally at your Bowman High Tech, aren't we? I was maybe a little bit off. I don't know exactly what time I told you that it would be about an hour, but I maybe wasn't, maybe an hour and 5 or 10 minutes from the time I told you. So not terribly far off, but not terribly not either. You know, Big Buck, we pulled Mackenzie Gore out of the first case of this, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we did. We pulled Royce Lewis and Hunter Green. An Acuna that I think will be numbered to 10. It was a redemption. Louis Robert. The kid from the Tampa Bay Rays. Why am I blanking on his name? Brendan McKay. I'm pretty sure Mackenzie Gore was in there. Like, the first case of this was phenomenal. We hit almost anybody that you would want to hit. From the checklist. I mean, obviously, not anybody you would want to hit. They would have to be on the checklist, but I mean, we hit the vast majority of the big stuff. Torres was in there, Gleyber Torres. I mean, it was a nice case. So hopefully this one's going to be as good. Oh, what do you want me to do? Double check the... Okay, well, all right. I can't switch you from here because I've already taken these out of the box. But what I see on my spreadsheet here for... What are you asking me about? Which team? The Brewers. I show it as D Noise, Colby, Ed U, or something kind of at all, maybe not remotely like that, but that's what I show. So Rex, if that isn't you, then I probably just didn't clear the clipboard when I was putting something in there. But if you hang on, I can go over here to eBay and check. Again, I can't take you guys with me on this journey, because I've got open boxes, obviously, so I don't want to navigate away from the page here. But a couple of things that you should know, Rex. First off, I don't ship from the spreadsheet, okay? So you would never have to worry about that. The spreadsheet is here just for our informational purposes. When I'm working on shipping, I've printed out the eBay invoices from eBay, and that is what I use for shipping. Meanwhile, eBay is just going around in a big circle for me here while I'm trying to get it to load to check out and see if I can find out what I've done. And eBay just wants to go in a big circle for me for I don't know what reason. So let me just try to close the tab and type it in again and see if I can get there. So that's the first thing to know, is that it wouldn't ship wrong even if I did make a cut and paste error here. The second thing you need to know is really just that. I do this as a cut and paste from end of transaction notices and things like that. And sometimes I do forget to clear the clipboard. You know, I've pasted someone in and then I've not gotten it cleared and accidentally pasted in the wrong thing in the next one as a result. So I am sorry, guys. I'm just waiting for eBay to load. And then I'm going to answer this question for you, and we can get that fixed if that needs to be fixed. So hang on, please. is just, I don't understand what eBay's deal is, but it's really not cooperating with me at the moment, Rex. It's just circling and circling and circling, and all I want it to do is just show me one thing here, and it doesn't seem to want to allow me to do anything for whatever reason. Let me just try an entirely different browser, guys. I don't understand what's going on, but it's not working. It will not let me in here, so just bear with me. I'm going to try an entirely other browser. eBay's obviously having some kind of issues tonight that I'm not privy to knowing what they are. So we'll just try it another way. We'll go around through the back door here. Oh, come on. Now it says I'm not signed in. Oh, boy. This is going to be one of those days, isn't it? And it's supposed to be the Brewers, you said, I think. All right. All right, so let me get you fixed on that, Rex. You definitely do have the Brewers in here, so I definitely did make a cut and paste error. So I'm going to fix that, and I will show it to you at the end of the break when I get it, when we can go back to the spreadsheet safely. Again, I can't change your view while I have open boxes. Case has been opened, box has been opened. I can't take your view out. Meanwhile, let me see who Colby here should have, because chances are, if I messed you up somewhere along the way, I pasted him wrong. So let's see if I can figure out who he should have as well. Sorry, guys. I know this is taking a minute. eBay's very slow tonight and not wanting to cooperate with me. All right, so he should have the Red Sox, the Tigers, and the Marlins. And let's see what I have him with. The Red Sox and the Tigers and the Marlins. So he's in there correctly for his three teams. I just must have forgotten to clear the clipboard when I pasted in your Brewers, which are right below the Marlins. I just forgot to clear the clipboard, it looks like. All right, so now we're back ready to rock and roll here, and Rex, I will put that spreadsheet back up to show you the corrected version of it right after we finish the break. And sorry about that. That does happen sometimes, and you guys are always able to flag me down. Oh, Big Buck, you said you're not on here either? Okay, what is your user ID? For the Braves, I have it as JoyYoung73. The Yankees, I have as Roy Leaf. And, you said the Angels is the other one. Dr. Han 12 is who I show. And you're saying that those should all be you? Okay, well, I guess we're not quite ready to start yet. Apparently, I've messed all of this up a bunch. So let's start with the Angels and see what's going on. Hang on, guys. It is loading. No, that looks like that is right. So the Angels is correct, is Dr. Han. Who are the other two again? Braves and the Yankees. Let's check that out. Okay. Braves and Braves and Braves and the Yankees. Eventually we're going to start on this, guys. The Braves, that matches up as well. Let me check the Yankees as the last one here. And the Yankees, that's on a big list for somebody. There we go. That is Roy Leaf. Let me double check that. And I show the Yankees as Roy Leaf. So yeah, I show those as all being correct on there as the way I have them. Oh. Oh, okay. So you were saying that you were kidding. Okay. All right, man. Well, sorry to the rest of you for adding an extra, 5 minutes there while I checked that. Sorry, guys. I just thought if I messed up one, he was saying I had messed his up as well. I thought there was a possibility I had. So anyway, I guess we know that those teams are ready to go. Okay, so we're finally all in here. We have got a lot of different patterns in this product, as I'm sure you are aware, and they have varying degrees of difficulty to pull in here. Some of them are going to be numbered, like this one, which is numbered 225 for the White Sox, and we're going to be finding 4 autographs per box as we go along as well. So these are on-card autographs, and usually, well, at least in case number 1, we really had some nice hits. So let's hope it does again tonight. This is for the Cubbies. It is Alzolay. Next up behind that is Isabel. And Isabel is for the Dodgers. I see a redemption coming out behind. We're going to flip it upside down. Take a look at it in a minute. Jeter Downs for my Cincinnati Reds, baby. A little Jeter Downs action coming out to make my life happy, because I like seeing my Reds come out of there. And then we have Mauricio for the Mets. And Daniel Johnson for the Nationals. There's pack number 1. I think I see another redemption. Let's get it out of the way. And again, we'll flip all those over at the end. That was Mike White, Victor Robles, Alex Fado. Here is Ruiz for the Dodgers. That one to 99. Yeah, James, I don't know who the redemptions are. I didn't look at them yet either. So we have 2 of them, and they'll set up there, and we'll flip them over at the end of the break and find out who they are. We'll probably have ourselves a few more before we get through the case, is my guess. Daniel Johnson for the Nationals. Ramos for the Giants. Elio Ramos. Ryan Valade, Colorado Rockies. Here's Michael Baez. That is a Padre. Little San Diego Padre action. Ruiz coming out for the Dodgers. And we already looked, of course, at those base cards. Joe Adell for the Angels. Nick Pratto, who's been playing quite well. Francisco Mejia. Daniel Johnson for the Nationals. Jake Berger. We didn't find him in the first case, I don't think. Little Jake Berger for the White Sox. Corbin Burns for the Brewers. Don't think we had him in the first case either. Brent Rooker for the Twins. Here comes a little Mackenzie Gore. That is numbered to 150 for the San Diego Padres. Here's Jesus Sanchez to 99 in the green parallel. And then little Brendan Rodgers base. I should probably set out our numbered cards separate as well, just so we can recap those. So give me a second and let me get them separated out from our base cards. Make life a little easier when it's time to recap. Oh, there are a lot of Nick Pratto redemptions in here. Okay, I didn't really remember. I don't really think we had a lot of redemptions in the first case. We had an Acuna redemption, and what was our other one? It was another kind of big redemption out of the first case, I want to say, but I can't think who it was at the moment. Here's a third one. So now we have 3 redemptions. Ooh, there's 2 redemptions in this pack. Now we have 4 redemptions already out. Royce Lewis, Nick Williams, Pavin Smith, Shane Baez. Here is Ryan Valade for the Rockies, and there's a Pavin Smith for the D-backs. Victor Robles to 199, and Adam Hazley for the Phillies. Let's get Victor in a sleeve since he's numbered. Ozzie Albies, Evan White, Acuna, Reese Hoskins for the Phillies, Shane Baez, Pirates. Behind that, or Shane Baz, rather, sorry, this is Michael Baez. You can see through these cards, you know, so I'm like looking at Baz and reading Baez. That's not too smart, is it? San Diego Padres on that one. Here's Cesar Sanchez. Sisto Sanchez. Phillies. Mitchell White to 99. Dodgers. Franklin Perez is to 191. Tigers. And another Pavin Smith for the D-backs. Gleyber Torres, Yankees. Shane Baz, Austin Beck. Here's Francisco Mejia to 99. James, you think it's going to be 2 Nick Pratto and 2 Ronald Acuna for the redemptions, huh? Well, we'll see. Sometimes you guys are right on the money. We'll find out. But you guys are often right on the money with that. Heria, that is for the Brewers. Oh, here's a nice hit for the Braves with Pache. Christian Pache. We hit him out of the first case, too. I had forgotten that we hit him in there until we just saw him right now. Mitchell White coming out again for the Dodgers. The Phillies hit with Adam Hazley. That's numbered to 75. We're going to have another numbered Ramos for the Giants. That is numbered to 75. And then a Pache base. All right, here's our little line of redemptions. It's getting kind of long up there, our line of redemptions. Corbin Burns, Reese Hoskins, Mitchell White, Adam Hazley. James, you said there's a lot of duplicates. There definitely are some, but there are different patterns. So sometimes, you know, you may see the same player go through multiple times, but they may be on 4 different patterns, which is kind of like being a different card. It is, but it isn't, you know. Jaron Kendall for the Dodgers. Because there are people that would want the entire set, all the patterns. There are other people, of course, that, you know, don't care as much. And then, of course, the other factor is the checklist isn't huge in here. Tristan Lutz for the Brewers. Here's our other Sanchez. This is Jesus. Both the Sanchez's are rumored to be quite good. DL Hall. That's out for the Orioles to 150. Here's a Gleyber Torres to 191. And behind that is Ahmed Rosario with a base. Brendan Rodgers, Joe Adele, Ramos, Pavin Smith. That's definitely one of the patterns that we don't see a lot of. I haven't committed all the pattern names to memory in this, and I know that I should have, but I really never do. I just don't. Never have in high-tech. Topps or Bowman high-tech. I can never remember all the pattern names. Franklin Perez, that's for the Tigers. Kyle Wright coming out for the Atlanta Braves. I see another redemption coming up there. And this is Jimenez for the Mets. A Pavin Smith green parallel to 99. And behind that, we have a little Acuna base. Tell you what, let's just take a couple of packs out of here. Circuit board, thank you. That is called, the one that I said we don't see very often is the circuit board pattern. Thank you, James. You're much better at keeping up with that than I am. Queen of Diamonds, you're looking for some Cardinals mojo. All right, let's try and find you some Cardinals mojo then. Ruiz for the Dodgers. Big Buck is predicting that one of our redemptions is for Joe Adele. Here is Shed Long for my Cincinnati Reds. It would be nice if we had a Joe Adell. He's the one that we were missing out of case number 1. Out of all the big hits we had out of case number 1, we didn't have Joe Adell. Alex Fado for the Tigers. Ruiz /99, Dodgers. Here's Louis Robert /191 for the White Sox. And then Jaron Kendall with a base. Clint Frazier, Shed Long, Guzman, Fado /99. Colton Welker is coming out. I'll pull Colton a whole lot for the Colorado Rockies. Adam Hazley in behind that for the Phillies. Evan White, there's a nice hit too. I like Evan White for the Mariners. And Jaron Kendall, numbered /50 for the Dodgers. Adam Hazley, green parallel /99. And a Reese Hoskins. All right, these are the ones we already looked at the base cards of these, but I forgot to set them aside a second ago, so I just showed them to you again so you would know. Normally I move them off right after we look at the pack, but I forgot. Ramos, Corbin Burns, Evan White. There's Jake Berger, numbered /25. It's a nice hit for the White Sox. Oh, here's your man, White Sox. There's your Robert. Right there, baby. Back-to-back nice hits for the White Sox. Here's another Ruiz for the Dodgers. I'm pretty sure you have enough to wallpaper a room by now of those. Shed Long, my Cincinnati Reds. Fado comes out again for the Tigers. Adam Hazley is out, numbered /25 for the Phillies. And a little Ozzie Albies out for the Atlanta Braves. 1 pack left, and then, of course, our redemptions, of which we have a large number. Jeter Downs, I see another redemption. Austin Beck. There's Brendan McKay. Tampa Bay Rays, we're sweating it out. Coming up into the last pack here. Guzman, Marlins. Nationals, you got yourself a nice little Victor Robles here /75. I like that hit for the Nats. Ryan Valade, that's /191, Colorado Rockies. Behind that is a Ryan Valade unnumbered base. Now it is time to have a little fun and find out who all of our redemptions are. And of course, you know the drill. We're going to flip them over, look at them, then we'll go to the Topps website and verify the teams. We're probably going to know the teams for all these guys, if you know, but still, I always go verify them. It's just how we roll around here. Nick Pratto, somebody called that, didn't they? So, yeah, I forget who said that a minute ago. Was it James that said it would be a Nick Pratto? Hunter Green, baby, my Cincinnati Reds. First Bowman Tech autograph parallel for Hunter Green and the Reds. There's a second Nick Pratto, so you were right. He's loaded up in here. There's Acuna with a purple rainbow parallel, so the Braves are happy. And there is the Joe Adell in the ocean blue title parallel that makes the Angels happy. And, oh, how about that? How about 2 Joe Adells, Angels? Yeah, making up for lost time, aren't you? Nice. Very, very nice. All right, let's go to the Topps website. I'm going to switch your view first so I don't forget to bring you, except I did put us on the wrong place, didn't I? We're supposed to be here. Now let me make sure I've got you where I need to be. Okay, I think we're all right. Oh boy, I've got somebody trying to kill my kitten. Hang on a second. So, gotta try to break up a little scuffle down there. All right, now do I have you on the right, correct page with me? Yes, I do. Good. So, high-tech autograph of Nick Pratto. Let's just go find everybody on our spreadsheet here. Kansas City Royals, as expected. Our Joe Adell, the Angels, as expected. Our Ronald Acuna, Atlanta Braves. And then finally, Hunter Green, who is going to be for our Cincinnati Reds. But where is he? Where is he? There he is, Cincinnati Reds. So now everybody is all happily verified and ready to go. Queen of Diamonds, did your cat heard my cat going after the kitten and freaked it out? Yeah, I know, right? That was loud. I was like, the kitten might be in trouble down there. Perhaps I better, check in on that. It's always when I'm doing the breaks, too, because, like, she knows. It's the girl that always goes after the kitten. And she knows when I'm working. And she's like, yeah, if I do it right now, I will get away with it. But if it sounds like blood might be shed, I usually have to stop for a second and intervene. Which, that was definitely sounding like blood might be shed. All right, we need to recap Bowman High Tech and all of our many, many redemptions there. We'll take a look at our numbered cards as well as we go through here. That's to 191, 25, 99, 99, 191, 99, 191, 75, 99, 191, 191, 25, 75, 99, 50, and 99. So that's our numbered non-autographed stuff. And of course our redemptions, Nick Pratto, Royals, Joe Adell in the Ocean Blue title, parallel for the Angels. Hunter Green, first Bowman, love that. For the Reds, Nick Pratto, high-tech autograph Royals, high-tech autograph purple rainbow parallel is Acuna for the Braves, and then just a regular Joe Adell high-tech autograph for the Angels. So the Angels ended up coming through there right at the end and just cleaning house, didn't they? And then we had Robles, Guzman, McKay, Fado, Shedlong, Ruiz, Robert, Berger, Kendall to 50. Actually, the Berger, I should have said 2, was to 25. And I didn't mention that when it went through, but it was. White, Hazley, Welker, Ruiz to 99. Fado, Long, Ruiz, Jimenez, Wright, Perez, Hall to 150. I think to 150. Yeah, 150. Jesus Sanchez, Lutz, Kendall, Hazley to 75. White, Pache, Horia, Mitchell White to 99. Cito Sanchez, Baez, Baz. How did Pavin Smith not get in a sleeve? Like, what happened there? I have no idea. Somehow I didn't manage to put Pavin Smith and Ryan Vilade in a sleeve the first time through, oddly enough, but I did not, so there you go. Mackenzie Gore to 150. Brent Rooker, Corbin Burns, Jake Berger, Ryan Vilade, Elio Ramos, Daniel Johnson, Jeter Downs, Isabel, and Alzale. So that is Bowman High Tech for tonight. We've got a couple more cases of that to open, so we'll have a little more fun with High Tech before we're finished up with it. Now, for anybody who's interested, let's run through a little bit of spreadsheet info again. If you didn't see it earlier or, whatever, you want to see it again, we'll take a look at first what we're going to be breaking in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to do another half case of the autographed baseball jerseys. We'll do the back half of luminaries that we started tonight and the back half of heritage high number that we started on Friday. Wednesday night, we'll open an autographed full-size football helmet, a half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys, the third and final case of Leaf Trinity football, and our first case of XR football, which comes out on Wednesday. Thursday night, triple play baseball memorabilia box, a third case of high-tech baseball, a fourth case of Spectra football. On Friday, a third and final case of Leaf History of Baseball cut signature, and the start of a new case of Heritage High Number. On Saturday, a ninth case of Clearly Authentic Baseball and a second case of XR football. And Sunday will probably start earlier than normal, both listings ending earlier than normal and breaking earlier than normal. And we're probably going to break a fair amount of stuff on Sunday. I'm leaning towards doing quite a bit of memorabilia and then doing maybe a full case of Upper Deck Goodwin Champions. So, of course, that's where you can look for Ben Simmons and Michael Jordan and LeBron James and Serena Williams and all the folks who are Tiger Woods, all the ones that are exclusive Upper Deck signers. You know, like you can have their relics and their cards in other sets, but not their autographs. So the ones that are exclusive autograph athletes are in Goodwin Champions. And lots of other cool stuff in there, too. It's kind of like Allen and Ginter, but it's an Upper Deck product. So I'm leaning towards breaking a full 16-box case of that on Sunday, which will probably take us just this side of forever. So we would start early if that's what I decide to do. And I think, I think that's what I'm leaning towards. And for anybody who might be interested in jumping in, this is close to being full. Random team break for a case of 2017-18 Leaf Greatest Hits basketball. Break bonus is an autographed De'Aaron Fox jersey given out to one team by way of random. And, of course, the 4 buyback cards in each box is the primary goal of what we want to pull with Leaf Greatest Hits basketball. But there is a Leaf original card in each box as well, and it will be autographed by either LiAngelo Ball, LaMelo Ball, or Kyle Kuzma. If it's Kuzma, it would go to the Lakers. Either Ball brother we would give out by way of random. It's $100 a spot. Each spot gets you 2 teams. It's all in, shipping costs included. We'll break it when we fill it. It is a break where if you pull nothing, you get nothing. No consolation cards on that one. And like any break, it is a no refund, no return sort of scenario. And I believe everybody's probably seen this by now and heard me talk about it a few times. But in case you haven't, there is shipping information. If you're interested in it, if you have questions about it, let me know. It does talk about consolation cards as well as anticipated shipping dates. And I think that's it for me tonight. I'm going to work on saving my kitten from being killed and then getting some things in top loaders and sleeves and start working on some shipping stuff. Once again, thanks everyone for joining tonight. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. So come by and see me again if you've got the time. Take care now. Bye-bye.